very first Zoom.
Oh,
So.
thank you guys. It's her very first Zoom. I love that so much.
I
This
just
is Jenny Earhart of Sensations Apothecary, herbalist, medicine woman, and magic maker, living right here in our Baltimore environs, and but really on herbs, a classification of herbs that help to slow us down.
This it's called seasonally simplistic. That is literally.
I remember I said simple, and then it's so
so this is all stuff that I am really drinking and loving. I mean, and I lemon balm, nettles, and I just really woke up because I like to have something hot in the morning too. So having like the holy basil hot and or nettles or chamomile, sort of like people used to say, oh, if I drink chamomile during the day, I'm gonna fall asleep. I was like, no, you're not. Chamomile is so amazing. It's anti-inflammatory. And I found that when I am drinking like 3 little quart jars, I put some tea in there, maybe a blend, and then I just steep it all day. Maybe if I'm doing a cold brew or a hot brew, it just means if I got ashwagandha is another really great one. Putting that with passion flower, the calendula, lymphatic.
Can you say more about lymphatics?
Yeah, just like moving the circulation, and you can also like move it yourself.
Show up.
I just like to. I mean, honestly, it's just putting on lotion on my face, like just moving this. Everybody's doing the gua sha, but just like taking that time and being like, oh, moving that lymph. And you can do it with like a really nice oil. Like I'm also really into the oiling of like head to toe. It's like giving your skin that like thank you, like oh my god, it's gratitude. It's like all the gratitude.
So I said earlier that the skin is like part of this time of year, and it's a dry season. It's a very dry season, so all the oiling, everything you're saying, the skin. And the other thing I don't think I've said yet is the spirit. So each of the yin organs has a spirit. The spirit of the lung is the po, P-O, and the po is the corporeal spirit. So it's very much about body, about being embodied. So what you're describing, maybe without consciously knowing it, is right on.
Acupuncture and herbs are so cool together.
So tell us what's in your beautiful blend.
Oh, so this is literally, this year for me has been a year of passion flower. My neighbors have one. I could pick every single flower, and I was drinking it. I just was like, passion flower. I've just never seen it this plentiful. So it's in just
really. So passion flower is also a nervine.
Drinking. Yeah, it's a nervine. And so like the spirit of that plant is like it. I don't know if you've ever seen the passion flower blooming. It's like, hello. It's so incredible. It's just like 3-dimensional. I always feel like it's, earth, body, sky kind of thing. It's just like that 3, that number is also very potent, I'm sure. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna try some, and they just shrivel up so tiny, and I was like, oh, I love this. Like it's so present in that like summer day of like and then it just gets present again and just pulls in like with all like the winter. So this is all stuff I grow. It's got nettles in it, which is all the minerals too that you were talking about with the earth sign. Nettles is just like very nourishing. And I remember a lot of people would always be like, I want to do a detox. I'm cutting everything out, blah blah blah. I was like, ugh, that sounds horrible. It's really nice when you can cut everything out, but also like nourish your body. This is like lemon balm is another plant that it just grows everywhere. It's so beautiful. I think it's one of the most underrated herbs ever. I just think it's like lemon balm for life. It's the herb of happiness. It's an antiviral, and it tastes so good. And it's one of those plants that you're just like, I mean, I've been drinking it for years, and every time I drink it, I'm like, oh, wow, lemon balm. Thank you. Like you are just so amazing. It's just very fresh and really good for you. And you can eat it. You can eat it in your salads. Some roses in there because I'm always like rose, heart medicine. Like so heart, if you're cleansing or detoxing and really looking with intention at what you're doing for yourself. Heart medicine, like lemon balm is heart, it's all those beautiful heart. Passion flower is heart medicine. These are all nervines in some way.
You're not even going to want to use this because it looks so beautiful. You're not even going to
put it in your tub.
Shelf. Oh, put it in your tub.
Put it in your tub. And then Tulsi is another herb that I love it, and it's awesome. It's a welcoming plant, so I'm always like, every time I drink it, I'm like, oh yeah, welcome back to yourself. It's like, I'm coming back to myself. What do I want? What do I need? What is going to make me feel better so I can show up for whatever you have to show up for, with real intention and being present and being able to listen to people, which is not always easy. So I feel like this has just been my calendula, which is the lymphatic system. It's also like, I also like to look at the plants in more of a spiritual way, or emotional tie instead. I'm not very sciencey, but I know people who are. So if you are interested to dive in deeper, there's some really amazing people teaching beautiful classes that can make physiology and chemistry awesome and interesting. Not your high school chemistry, physiology.
Can I say something? Nettles, they are a diuretic.
Yeah.
And so if somebody has a really dry condition, I've heard sometimes like maybe you would pair nettles with like, I don't know, mullein would be a good one, or like violet, something that's more moistening.
Marshmallow root, maybe. I don't know. I don't love anything usually except this, but marshmallow would be good. Mullein, I didn't even think about mullein.
So I was just saying that the one thing with nettles is that it is a diuretic, so it's putting just so much nutrients into the body. It is, if I had one herb that I could recommend to everyone, it would be nettles, because it's just so incredibly nourishing, and it like goes to that deep reservoir of our energy, which in Chinese medicine we refer to as the Jing. It gets to that deep essence of the kidneys. Nettles does, and because it's a diuretic, if you are someone who tends towards dryness, like eczema, psoriasis, dry eyes, dry nose, dry skin, then you might want to pair it with an herb that is more moistening, something like marshmallow.
Yeah, plantain.
Plantain. Oh yeah, plantain.
Like, wow, this is really fun for me to hear what you're saying. I'm like, it's like, oh yeah.
All right, and the question is, do you need to? Does one steep them to drink? Like, how would you prepare your tea like this?
I have like a quart, or you could just do 1 teaspoon per cup of hot water. That keeps it really simple. And then I usually have like a quart, I think it's a quart, like that big, and I would put I kind of sprinkle it in because I'm steeping it overnight, and I will put hot water in there and just like stir it, put a lid on it, not a lid, but like a little plate, and steep it all night. And then I like to put it in the fridge and drink it kind of cold all day. Absolutely. Okay. And you can eat nettle, because it's like spinach. Right. Yeah. And the root is really nourishing as well, and so are the seeds.
To make pesto with nettles in the spring is wonderful when it's fresh. I guess, are they still fresh? They're still fresh.
Oh, they're fresh.
Oh, we could do a pesto. Okay. I know this morning, I don't know if you said it. This morning I woke up, did not sleep well last night, and I have milky oats from Foxhaven Farm, and I made milky oats with just 3 beautiful little rose petals, and I sprinkled in some nettles that I grew in the backyard. They were dried, and I've been drinking that all day, and I feel like I've had a small resurrection. There is a lot, and something that I think is fun, I don't know if you would think it's fun, but is to like work with one herb for like a few days, and then maybe a different, or not, or just.
Yeah, one's great. Start with one. That's what they are. Yep. I ever heard somebody who's like, oh no, you don't want just one, you want both. I was like, I can't keep up. You can't keep up.
Yeah.
So just listen to your gut, your intuition.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jenny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just so touched by your generosity of